Warning: read and follow all labels and the owner's manual.
Open the ToughGuard container and insert cap assembly. The weight on the filter will draw it to the bottom. The fluid level indicator will show how much fluid is left in the container. When the indicator is no longer visible, there's less than 1 inch of fluid left. Install female quick connect with an Oetiker clamp on one end of the hose. Crimp the Oetiker clamp in place over the barb section of the fitting to ensure no leaks. Any leaks in the system will cause a loss of prime and no anti-spatter liquid at the reamer. Connect the female fitting to the source anti-spatter liquid container. Determine the length of hose required to reach the manifold. Cut the hose and tightly crimp on an Oetiker clamp to the nipple on top of the manifold. This is the supply line from the anti-spatter liquid container to the manifold. Remove the reservoir from the reamer. Install female quick connect into a piece of hose with an Oetiker clamp, crimp tightly. Connect it to the male quick connect on the back of the sprayer check valve. Measure an acceptable length of hose to reach the port of the manifold and cut to length. Install the hose on the check valve of the manifold with an Oetiker clamp, crimp tightly. Ensure there are no kinks in the hose and no leaks throughout the system. Prime the system. Hold down, spray on until liquid flows from the source to the manifold and out the spray head. When setting up the system using long hose, priming will take longer to run through. When setting up multiple reamers on the same system, start with the furthest reamer. Prime the furthest reamer first and work back to the closest reamer to the manifold or source. For applications with more than one reamer using ToughGuard multi-feed system, remove any one of the plugs in the manifold using a 3/16 Allen key. Additional ports on the manifold can be opened to run supply lines to up to 10 reamers in total. Take one of the check valve assemblies that comes with the multi-feed kit and thread it into the open port. These fittings are plastic, so you don't have to torque very hard to break them. Remove the cap from the check valve. Install the hose with an Oetiker clamp, crimp tightly. Route the hose to the reamer as needed.